Good afternoon, everybody. My name is May Barnes, and I'm a certified consultant with the Proctor Gallagher Institute that has a fabulous program called Thinking into Results. And I'm going to share one of the gems in this program with you today. Now, before I do, I'm going to take you back in time and space because you can see behind me I'm going to use a flip chart. And with all of technology, you're probably wondering, why is she using a flip chart? But it's a great way to communicate this idea that I want to share with you. Before I do that, I want to ask you a couple of questions. Have you ever wondered why we look like our parents? Ever wondered why we have many of the same habits as our grandparents, many of the idiosyncrasies that they have? Those are great questions. Do you ever wonder yourself why you continue to do things, want to change things, and then just get the same results? Or have you ever observed somebody who has designations in education running off the business card and isn't doing very well, and yet you observe somebody else who has almost no formal education and they're making millions? Those are great questions, and there's a reason for that. Dr. Ryan said that our mind is the greatest creation ever. So I'm going to take you through a little picture story, and let this represent your subconscious mind. And this is going to represent your body. Now, we get all of our habits from, most of our habits are given to us. We don't develop them. So when we're born, we have habits. Those habits are called paradigms. Now, paradigms are nothing but a lot of habits that we do unconsciously. So these are habits that we're given. They're habits that we think about. They come from thoughts. Now, when we're born, because of our genetics and our background, if we were taken at birth to, let's say, China, and were raised with a different family, and our parents were English, we would learn to speak Chinese, and we would have no idea of the English language because we're living in that culture. But then as we grow, so that's from birth we get lots of our paradigms, and then the outside world takes over, okay? And we get ideas from the outside world. They all form habits. So this is birth and the outside world. So this is really genetic. Then we have the outside world. And at some point, a psychic change happens and we develop a conscious mind. So this is your subconscious mind. And this is your conscious mind. Now, through our conscious mind, we get all sorts of ideas because powers flow to and through us, and everything that comes through us comes out here, and it produces a result. So let's assume we'll just call it an X factor. So our habits are X factor. And everything that's coming in order to live in vibration, because our body is nothing but vibration, everything that we see is constantly moving. If you actually took a picture with an infrared camera in a dark room, you would see energy flowing away from us. So the vibration has to be in line. So all of our conscious ideas are now X ideas as well. So this is in harmony. These are in harmony with one another. They produce results, and they'll continue to produce the same results until we change things. So let's assume that you decide, and of course we've got all our senses out here, that are also influencing us with, our sight and our smell and our hearing and our touch and our taste and our touch, okay? And they all affect us as well. So if you want to have a different result, you've got to change this result. However, if you try to entertain a Y idea, and what would a Y idea be? Well, a Y idea might be, I'm going to leave my job, I'm going to sell my house, and I'm going to invest everything in a brand new business. That's a Y idea. So, but the Y idea is now not in harmony with what you've already been thinking, what you've already been taught, what you already feel. So it's going to be totally chaotic to your system to do this. to try and entertain a Y idea with an X paradigm or X habits. So what we have to do is learn how to change these paradigms. And if we don't change them, we'll continue to get the same results. So that is what we call our Stickperson drawing, letting you know that we have a subconscious mind, because in order to change this, you've got to change your paradigm, okay? You can't feel the same way. You've got to change your feelings. Otherwise, nothing changes. And you can't just feel it. You have to internalize it. You have to believe in it, and it has to become part of you. So I'll look forward to continuing our discussion tomorrow as we look at another gem in the program.